Hello everyone, how to solve this nice math Olympiad geometry problem for the values of k. If we have this is a nice right triangle in which the length of its sides are k square and k cubed respectively. And here you see that this angle be the 90-degree angle and this is any other obtuse angle. So here we need to find the values of k, or in other words we need to find the length of all of these sides of k. So here first you see that this is a right triangle, and in right triangle the Pythagoras theorem is hold, and you know about that Pythagoras theorem. It is stated as hypotenuse square equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So this is called the Pythagoras theorem. And if we decide the sides of hypotenuse, base and perpendicular, then you very well know about that. The side opposite to the 90 angle is called the hypotenuse. So after that we call this side is hypotenuse, and that is k cubed. And the side which is join these two angles 90-degree and other selective angle is called the base of this triangle. So according to that we have the base of this triangle is k, and the side opposite to the other than 90 angle is called the perpendicular side. So this side is called the perpendicular, so the value of p is k square. So here for the values of k, we need to substitute all these values of hypotenuse, base and perpendicular in this Pythagoras theorem, and we check its behavior. So when we put the value of h, it is k cubed. When you put it here, it will becomes k cubed and its whole square equals to the value of b is k square plus the value of p is k square and its whole square. Okay, so here we need more simplifications, and here we use the nice exponential law. So when you multiply these two exponents, it will be written as k to the power of 3 times 2 becomes 6 is equals to k square plus this. Here we again apply the exponential, and this will becomes 2 times 2 becomes here k to the power of 4. And now in the next step we need to move these two values from right hand side to the left hand side, and it will be written as k to the power of 6. This is positive value becomes negative, it is minus k to the power of 4 minus k square, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And further in the next step here we need to focus on the exponents of all of these values. And you see here the exponent of this k is 6, and we write this 6 as k to the power of 4 plus 2 minus the exponent of this term is 4, we write it as k to the power of 2 plus 2, and we write this term as k square, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And now here in the next step we again use the nice exponential, and according to that we break these exponents, and it will be written as k to the power of 4 multiplied by k square minus, and here we have k square multiplied by k square minus, from here we have this is k square, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And in the next step you see here all of these terms involve k square, so that we will take common k square from here, and after taking common k square we get the remaining values are, from here we get k to the power of 4 minus, from here we get k square minus, from here we get 1 only, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And now we divide this equation into the two cases. The first case is we write k square equals to 0, and the second case is we write k to the power of 4 minus k square minus 1 is equals to 0. So from here we easily get the value of k equals to 0. But you see here in our diagram the base is equals to k. If our k equals to 0, this means that our base equals to 0. But in our triangle the length of any side is non-zero or non-negative, so this is not possible. Our b equals to 0, so that we rejected this case. Okay, and we will just proceed here this case only. And first we convert this equation into the quadratic form, and for this we rewrite this equation as this is k to the power of 4, and we write it as k square and its whole square, minus we write this as k square minus 1 is equals to 0. And further in the next step here, we just take x is equals to k square. So when we put this k square equals to x, so that our above equation is implies that this is x square minus x minus 1 is equals to 0. So this equation will becomes quadratic in x variable, and here we use the quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation. And for this we write the coefficients of this equation, and its coefficients are a is equals to 1, b equals to minus 1, and c is equals to minus 1. And we state the quadratic formula as x is equals to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4 times of ac divided by 2 times of a. So here we need to substitute the values of a, b and c. So the value of b is minus 1, so when you put it here it will becomes minus times minus becomes plus 1, and plus minus square root of b square. So b is minus 1, and minus 1 square becomes plus 1, minus 4 times of a is 1, and c is minus 1, and it is divided by 2 times of a. So here our a is equals to 1. And in the next step here we need more simplifications, and it will be written as 1 plus minus square root of this is a 1 minus this is minus times minus becomes plus, and 4 times 1 becomes here 4, and it is divided by 2 times of 1 equals to 2. And here we get 1 plus minus square root of 1 plus 4 becomes 5, and it is divided by 2. So this is the value of x. So here because our x is equals to some perpendicular side of given triangle, so it cannot be negative, so that here we choose only positive value. It is 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2. Okay, here we neglect the negative value because of all of the length are always positive, so that we neglect its negative sign because it will gives us the negative value. So here we choose our x is equals to this one, and now we need to move backward, and you see here we just take our x is equals to k square. So we substitute this value of x here, and when you put it here this will be written as k square is equals to 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2. So because here our target is to get the values of k, so that's why we need to take square root on both of the sides for the values of k. So this 2 and this square root are cancelled out by each other, and we get here our k is equals to square root of 1 plus square root of 5 divided by 2. So here for exact values of k, we get the approximate value of k is equals to 1.272. So this is the approximate value of k, and this is the final answer. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.